Check it out behind us here. Arizona's ground is broken. We're talking earth fissures.
Beneath Arizona's sun-baked landscape, something terrifying is happening. The ground is cracking open with massive fissures tearing through the desert, splitting roads and threatening lives and homes. And now, shocking new data from the Arizona Geological Survey has revealed that this crisis is worse than we thought. What did the data reveal? Is humanity safe?
And so this drone allows you the ability to really look at real-time imagery and then use it real-time. And we can pan around.
The Arizona Geological Survey just dropped a bombshell. Their 2025 report maps over 300 active earth fissures across the state, up from 270 just a few years ago. These cracks, some stretching over 12 miles, are appearing faster than ever, especially in fast-growing areas like Pinal and Maricopa counties. Updated fissure maps show new fractures near Aloy and Queen Creek, places where homes and highways are multiplying. Some fissures have deepened to over 20 feet, with steep, jagged walls that could swallow a car. Even more alarming, groundwater studies reveal that Arizona's aquifers are shrinking at an unprecedented rate. In parts of Pinal County, where water levels have dropped over 200 feet since the 1980s, why a drastic change? Well, this isn't just a number, it is a bold warning, an alarm that is about to go off. This is what many may not know. The ground is collapsing because the water that once held it up is now gone. But this is where it begins to get really interesting. So what are earth fissures?
Michael Conway of the Arizona Geological Survey says it started forming about 3 years ago and has been growing ever since.
Earth fissures aren't earthquakes or volcanic cracks, they're deep, narrow fractures in the desert floor caused by human activity. Picture this. Arizona's deserts sit atop aquifers, like giant underground sponges that are holding water between layers of rock and soil. For decades, farms, cities, and industries have pumped this water out to fuel growth. But here's the catch. When you take water out faster than nature can replace it, empty spaces are formed underground. The weight of the land above then presses down, and the ground in turn collapses. That is when fissures appear, sometimes overnight. At times, they can split open without a sound, tearing through farmland or cracking a neighborhood driveway. The Arizona Geological Survey says that some fissures are so deep that one could wonder if it's something yet to be given a name. And the scariest part? They're spreading rapidly like wildfire driven by whirlwinds. Where are the cracks appearing?
Parking lot, and it is hot today. It's supposed to be 118 degrees today.
The new data pinpoints the most dangerous zones. Pinal County between Phoenix and Tucson is ground zero. Here, over 100 fissures have been mapped, some cutting across fields near Arizona City and Santan Valley. Drone surveys show long, dark scars snaking through the desert, some so wide that you could lose your breath looking at them. Maricopa County, home to Phoenix, is also seeing fissures creep closer to suburbs like Buckeye, where new homes are popping up pretty fast. The growing nightmare.
Given that the time that we see a lot of new fissures form is the monsoon season, so it's possible that we will have many new fissures forming this year. It may be just a few here and there.
In Pinal County, the situation is dire. The Arizona Geological Survey's updated maps show fissures clustering around towns like Arizona City and Aloy, where groundwater pumping for agriculture has been relentless. One fissure near Aloy, newly documented in 2025, stretches 8 miles and has swallowed entire fence lines. Farmers report fields splitting open overnight, ruining irrigation systems and equipment. The latest groundwater studies show Pinal's aquifer levels dropping 10 feet per year in some areas, a rate that has doubled since 2015. This isn't just a rural problem. New subdivisions are creeping into these zones, and homeowners are waking up to cracked foundations and sinking driveways, and residents seem to be sleeping with their eyes open. So why is this happening?
Some form so fast, the earth can open right under your feet.
Well, the cause is not a mystery. It's us. Arizona's population has surged to over 7.3 million in 2025, up by 15% since 2010, which is driving the demand for water. A 2025 study from the Arizona Department of Water Resources shows that in Pinal County, groundwater use for agriculture accounts for 60% of total withdrawals. Climate change hasn't helped either, with hotter, drier years means less rain to refill the aquifers. It is a man-made disaster that has been decades in the making. The damage on the surface.
We do know of a case in 2007 when a fissure ripped right through a corral and captured a horse.
When fissures break through, they wreak havoc. Roads buckle and split. Utility lines snap, causing water or gas leaks that take days to fix. In rural areas, broken irrigation pipes have flooded fields. Buildings suffer too as cracked walls, misaligned doors, and uneven floors are common. Some homeowners have abandoned properties when repairs became too costly. The Arizona Geological Survey notes that filling fissures with gravel or concrete is a temporary fix as the ground keeps moving. Now, even though engineers use reinforced foundations for new builds, it is proven to be expensive and not foolproof. The financial toll is staggering, and the cracks will not stop growing. Mapping the invisible danger.
So we're here to check out the extent, if there's any new fissures.
The point is, fissures are sneaky, especially with the way that they form silently and often unnoticed until damage appears, making it look like a sudden event. The Arizona Geological Survey is fighting back with cutting-edge tools. Their 2025 fissure maps, built from drone surveys and satellite imagery, track over 300 cracks with pinpoint accuracy. Light detection and ranging, a laser-based tool, detects ground shifts down to the inch. But here's the problem. Large swaths of rural Arizona remain unmapped. New fissures have caught planners off guard, like one in 2024 that split a Buckeye Road. Some counties now require developers to check fissure maps before building. But gaps in data mean that risks still persist. Should builders be forced to avoid fissure zones entirely? That is a question that needs answering. Climate and growth.
Okay, so now we're standing on Houston Avenue, right where the earth fissure.
Arizona's growth is undoubtedly a double-edged sword, as new homes, roads, and farms are popping up almost every day, making the situation more risky and complicated to the fragile soil while pulling more water from aquifers. A 2025 report from the National Climate Assessment shows Arizona's temperatures rising by 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit since 2000, with rainfall down by 10%. Less water means weaker aquifers and more fissures. Suburbs like Queen Creek are expanding into high-risk zones, adding pressure to already unstable ground. Agriculture, using 60% of Arizona's groundwater, is a major culprit. Beyond that, heavy monsoon rains can also trigger sudden fissure openings. This is another interesting side. The state's booming population, which has gone up by 1 million since 2010, is pushing the land to its breaking point. The question is, Arizona keeps growing without breaking apart. So what is next for Arizona?
The earthen part of the earth fissure, there's a bunch of desert broom and large vegetation growing along it.
Well, the ground is shifting, but Arizona isn't doomed, at least yet. Because of how bad things have gotten, engineers now check fissure maps before building, and some cities are even tightening water use rules. Furthermore, Pinal County has limited new wells, and Tucson is pushing recycled water for landscaping. To be on the safer side, some areas may need to be left undeveloped and turned into parks or buffers. But the most important thing would be a permanent solution to this enormous problem. Can the ground be fixed?
We got a call from the county that an earth fissure opened underneath the road and damaged the road.
Stopping fissures entirely is impossible, but Arizona can fight back. The key is water. By cutting groundwater use, it is critical, as some farmers are switching to drought-resistant crops, saving 20% on water. Nevertheless, cities are investing in recycled water systems, reducing aquifer strain, and also new building codes, which will be requiring fissure checks and light detection and ranging mapping, which will help catch cracks early. Education is also key for many residents who don't know the signs of shifting ground. Also, public campaigns could help. And for some zones that may be too risky for homes, it would be better suited for open spaces. But the problem runs deep, as a 2024 study suggests that Arizona pumps 1.5 times more groundwater than is recharged annually. If nothing is done, big changes, the cracks, they're gonna keep spreading. But there's hope. Through smarter planning and conservation, we could slow the crisis. This isn't just a story, it is a wake-up call for all of us. Will Arizona adapt in time, or will the cracks win? Let me know what you think down in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.